Good morning on this Wednesday. I'm going to say Wacky Wednesday.
I like to say Renee Wednesday.
Okay, that has a ring to it. I like it. Good morning, Sunnies, and happy Wednesday. We are pouring something seriously good today in the Sunnyverse. A show with local drama, national science, a jailbreak story that involves toothpaste I can't wait to talk about.
Yes.
A guest who is going to remind you why this city is unlike any place on this earth, and a shenanigan story that involves gorillas in a place that you should never, ever be. We've also got music, we got movies, and somewhere in between all of it, Yale University is going to tell you something about your brain that changes everything. So before we get into all that and unpack this with the TLDR, whatever the hell the kids say these days, we're going to turn it over to the queen of the sunny snack scene. Mel, we are snacking today.
Yes, I had Baby Bell cheese. I brought David and I treats. Also, you guys, the best string cheese.
Circle K.
Circle K.
I don't know why. I'm sure there's some pesticide in it that I love. I don't know.
It's a Circle K string cheese.
It's delicious.
It is
Yeah. It's random and so
it's
good.
so
Yeah.
good. And they were out for 2 weeks, so they just restocked. So I got some today for David and I.
I love that.
Yes. But before I go any further, I want to talk about how I was accurate with my 6:58 p.m. rain call.
You were right on the money. It was pretty awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody was on it.
We've also got one of our favorite guests this morning, Miss Renee from totally St Augustine. She's going to tell us everything happening around the city for America's 250th. And trust me, there's a lot more going on than you think.
And I got a sunshine shenanigans story a little later that involves a cheating husband, a tube of something, and a woman who decided that punishment should quite literally fit the crime.
God. Oh, fudge.
Yeah.
On the local front, well, I would never say that in real life.
I know,
I
that's
don't
why
like
I
when you
wrote it.
sneak things in. 1,000 families near World Golf Village lost their internet for a week, and one of them pulled out Trivial Pursuit.
Oh my gosh.
FYI, Trivial Pursuit is my mother's favorite board game, and she is the best at it.
FYI, one of my greatest friends, Roland, out in Los Angeles, was just on the Trivial Pursuit show.
My mother's going to be so jealous.
Yeah, I have to send her the clip. She'll love that.
Oh,
That's
my God.
fun. And we've got two cellmates in St. John's County Jail that
Dear
tried to
Jesus.
renovate their way to freedom using toothpaste, a wing, and a prayer. Did it work? We'll let you know coming up.
Yikes. And nationally, we finally get the story about Bob.
Oh, we keep bumping this
Finally,
story.
we get to talk about
it's
Bob.
a nice story about Bob. I put him on
Wait.
National One. We got to hit this out of the
Do
park
you
today.
remember the movie What About Bob?
What about Bob? Well, that article is What About Bob? And what about Yale University? They just spent 12 years studying 11,000 people to prove that what you believe about getting older is more powerful than almost any medicine you
I
can
believe
take.
that mind over matter. You'll feel better.
Okay.
Musically today, we've got a song that was rejected by one legend
True.
and accidentally became the launching pad for another.
Mm-hmm.
A fun track born from a Harlem kid who grew up watching The Greats and a teenage girl who walked into Babyface's house and left with a #1 hit.
Not sure that really sat well with me on that line, but we'll just keep moving
You
forward.
wrote it. I just read it. I'm like a parrot.
The Babyface is the only one that hasn't gotten in trouble.
Well, but
Knock wood.
sometimes I do scan because you will sneak things in on me.
I
And
know.
I'm like, I'm not saying that.
You never know, because she
Yes.
is like Ron Burgundy. She'll read whatever's in
Yes.
front of her.
Yes.
But this show is fierce.
It's fresh.
It's Sunny TV, and we're going to say hello to our title sponsors, the Bailey Group and Steve Chapman's All-American Air. Be ready for anything with the Bailey Group, an NFP company. Life is full of unexpected moments. Whether it's securing your family's future, protecting your business, or planning for individual wealth, the Bailey Group is here to guide you every single step of the way. Since 1954, the Bailey Group has been a trusted cornerstone of the St. Augustine community. Under the leadership of President Mark Bailey, they've grown from a local agency into a nationally recognized firm, offering tailored solutions for individuals, families, and businesses, with a focus on individual health and life insurance, Medicare solutions, group insurance, and property and casualty commercial coverage. The Bailey Group combines cutting-edge technology, strategic partnerships, and personalized service to deliver the peace of mind you deserve. Give them a call today, 904-461-1800.
Hi, I'm Steve Chapman, owner of All American Air Conditioning and Heating. For over 40 years, we've been serving St. Augustine and the surrounding areas. We're the largest HVAC dealer in St. Johns County, providing high-quality service and products. With courteous technicians responding to your HVAC needs, our expertise will give you confidence in your investment. Family-owned All-American Air Conditioning, voted best of St. Augustine for more than 20 years running.
Da, 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 da. Now we turn it over to the accurate weather report by Mel.
Yes. Okay,
Everybody
guys.
loves this weather report.
Listen, because I'm accurate, let me tell you something.
Yeah, Mike Burrish, take some notes, baby. Here she comes.
So here we go. Today is Wednesday, June 24th.
Okay.
We are going to be at 89 degrees, but it's going to feel like 102.
I know. It does feel like 102.
102.
Mm-hmm.
And the UV index is 11.0, so it's extreme. So stay inside, cover up, wear the sunscreen, hydrate. If you don't know how to hydrate by now, I don't know what to tell you.
Ooh, Ashim, Kopari is on sale for Amazon Prime Day. Just saying, it's $10 off. You might want to move on it.
I'll be going there.
Yes, I bought two. I'm sorry.
All right,
I needed
winds
them.
are coming in northeast at 9 miles per hour, and gusts are going to be 23 miles per hour. But tonight it's going to drop down to 74, feeling like 81. There is, guys, we have a 0 chance of rain today, so we're actually going to get a break in the rain.
Okay.
Which, to be honest, I think is good.
Yeah, because, what is it they say? The still water in your yard.
It causes fungus. It causes, my lemon tree, Jim and I have been trying to figure out why our lemon tree doesn't look right. I did some research on it, because, landscaping is my new hobby.
Yeah.
Waterlogged.
Oh.
Because it's not having a chance, the ground is not having a chance to dry out, so the roots are just getting water and water.
Yeah, it just kind of
So
just
I'm going to go buy
resurfaces.
some Miracle Grow for citrus trees.
Okay.
Sprinkle it on there this
Good.
weekend, and I'm just going to cross my fingers that it just stops raining for a little bit.
Yeah,
So
that'll be really good.
here we
yeah.
go. Well, let's do some details by Dean.
DetailsByDean.com.
Today is National Praline Day and National Fairy Day.
Okay.
Sugar and magic, honestly, a perfect combination.
All right, pralines started in France, but then they landed in Louisiana. Everything changed. Pecans replaced almonds. Cream got added, and New Orleans street vendors turned it into one of the most iconic Southern candies in history.
Interesting.
And today is also International Fairy Day. I feel like it's
No,
appropriate for me to
it's
read
not-
this.
It's not that kind of fairy.
Okay, well, we're all magical creatures, honey. And you know what? I fart fairy dust.
Oh
there
my
it
God,
is.
do the noise.
Yeah.
Notable birthdays, Fleetwood Mac and Lionel Messi.
That's right. Mick Fleetwood co-founded Fleetwood Mac and has been playing drums for them for over 50 years through every breakup, makeup, lineup change, and era the band has ever had. He is the anchor that never moved. And Lionel Messi, widely considered the greatest soccer player that ever lived. Give him some snaps on those
Emma.
2 goals the other day, like the most goals ever, like amazing. Yeah, he is definitely the greatest of all time, full stop.
Yes, and Ambrose Bierce, who wrote the Devil's Dictionary and then mysteriously disappeared in Mexico and was never found.
Ay, pobrecito.
I'm gonna dig into
Sí,
this.
Just vanished in his 70s in Mexico, and nobody knows what happens. Literature's greatest unsolved mystery.
I'm gonna solve this mystery.
Ooh, remind me to ask you something about September with Ashim. I forgot.
Okay.
Ashim, I forgot to ask her earlier.
Perfect.
Yeah.
On this day in 1948, one of the most dramatic moments of the Cold War begins.
Yeah, the Soviet Union blocked every single land route in West Berlin overnight, trying to starve the city into submission. The United States and Britain responded by launching the Berlin airlift, flying in food, fuel, and supplies around the clock for almost a year.
And U.S. history in 1997, the Air Force finally released their official report on Roswell.
I know. They even made a
Area
show. Remember the
51.
show about Roswell?
Yes.
After 50 years of UFO conspiracy theories, the Air Force said officially that what crashed in Roswell, New Mexico in 1947 was a weather balloon.
I don't believe it.
I mean, we always say this about weather balloons, right?
We don't believe you. And on
Okay.
this day in 1982, a British Airways 747 flew through a cloud of volcanic ash over Indonesia, and all 4 engines shut down completely.
Yeah, the plane glided in silence over the ocean for several minutes while the crew worked to restart the engines. They got them going just in time and landed safely. Thank Jesus.
Yes. And today's Florida Weird News is something else. In 2023, a Florida man tried to use a plastic leaf rake as a paddle while standing on a boogie board.
What?
He drifted sideways into a dock within seconds.
Dopey.
He called it experimental navigation. Shut up.
Oh my
And in
gosh.
2006 in Vermont, a cow wandered onto a high school football field in the middle of a graduation.
Students cheered, staff chased, and the cow left on her own terms, which honestly, the most dignified exit at any graduation
That's
that year.
so funny. What's up with music?
All right, let's get into the local music report. Strum it, drum it, hum it down, Sonny. It's time for the local music report to make you proud on this Wednesday, June 24th. Can't believe we're already here.
Oh, my
The
God.
end of June. All right, we got there the man, the myth, the legend at his residency.
Yes.
Jim Lamb at the Milltop Tavern at noon. Smoke and Joe Shower at Wade Winds Lounge at 1. Cassidy Lee at Pierre's Pub at 1. Edwin Barbosa at Bin 39 Wine Bar at 2 o'clock. Music and Art by the Sea is happening tonight, of course. We've got Evan D. at the Guy Harvey Resort at 4 o'clock. Nathan Allen at Milltop Tavern at 4:30. Carpetbaggers at Hurricane Grill and Wings at 5. Mark Hart, Trade Winds Lounge at 5. The world famous, the one, the only Zaza Flamenca at T. Smith Asian Bistro at 5:30 p.m. Claire Vanderveer's back on the scene. I love her name. That's 17 King at 6 o'clock. Brett Blackshear, Old Coast Ales at 6. A mystery guest over at Ann O'Malley's tonight. Have no idea who's playing there, but you might want to check them out at 6 o'clock p.m. tonight. Sean Ryan, Pierre's Pub at 6. Contact Buzz at the Pier starting at 7 o'clock tonight. Aaron DeChico, Cortez's Bistro at 7 o'clock p.m. Sage Tranell at River and Ford at 7. And finishing out tonight, the world famous, the legendary, you got to run to see this man in town, Davis and the Loose Cannons at Trade Winds at 9. Guys, we have some great expectations for those local musicians.
People are looking for a company. I want people to have great expectations. We are a small family-owned brokerage. What that means is you get really personalized service and everything is very hands-on. You're not just getting tossed onto the MLS and crossing our fingers. We're very aggressive with our marketing. We're excellent with communication. We have a lot of amazing relationships in the community, so you're getting the advantages of all of those things.
America! That's right.
I have a question, and maybe somebody in the audience knows, or maybe Renee, you know, because you have a daughter in school still. Do kids still start their school day with the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yes.
Yes, they do.
They do.
Yeah.
They do it over the intercom
Okay.
system. at
So
schools.
everybody does together?
Yeah.
That's nice.
I've
Good.
been so fixated on this, and Jim didn't really know the answer either because we don't have school-age children anymore.
Right.
And I'm like, he's like, I don't know. And I absolutely needed the answer. I needed this to still happen.
Yes.
Well, speaking of the pledge, we pledged at the 250th is coming up, and Renee is here in studio going to be talking about all things 250th.
Yes.
Renee, welcome back.
Yes, we actually have quite a bit going on in St. Augustine.
I think this is cool to talk about so people can start making plans and saving the dates and what they want to do.
Right. Of course, the number one thing is the fireworks over the Matanzas.
Boo.
So they're doing it. They are doing it.
They're doing it.
I think it's, it's tradition.
Can we switch to drones?
I would love them to switch to drones.
I'm just worried about animals, yeah.
City of St. Augustine.
And veterans.
Let's talk to some drone people, maybe for next year.
Clay.
You know, get some things.
I think it'd be
started.
innovative. It could be really cool.
It
Well, I
would be
just worry about the
innovative.
animals and then veterans with the PTSD
Right.
from wars.
And I could say,
and just the smoke
Yeah.
and all
The garbage in the water.
Yeah, all the.
I know Inc. Investing in Kids paid for a major grant over to St. Augustine High School for a drone class. So that could be a really cool
That would be a
partnership.
great
At least maybe next year we do both because you got to support
Wait, who
both
do we
sides.
know at the school? David, you know everyone at the schools.
I definitely do,
Make
but
it
it would
happen,
be cool
Kevin.
to have the students do a display and show
That-
people this could be a really cool alternative
That
way.
would be a
Misty loves your
great-
hat, Renee.
Thank you.
Yay,
This
Blot.
is from Blot Lip Lounge.
Yeah, we love them.
We love Blot. Okay, fireworks over the Matanzas, Saturday, July 4th. The All-Star Orchestra will be in the plaza at 6 p.m. playing patriotic music. And then the fireworks starts at 9 p.m. It's in the water over the fort. It's 30 minutes early this year. And, of course, it will be played to patriotic music.
Oh, okay.
There'll be speaker systems throughout where people can hear the music and see the fireworks.
What time do you think people should start showing up?
You know, if you're not camping out for a while in downtown, I would say 8-ish.
Okay.
And I have on my website an entire list of all these events. I have the free park and ride shuttle
Which you did years ago,
locations,
right?
Which I did years ago, and it worked great.
Okay.
So, you know, go look at the locations and see. Most of these are the ones over on Anastasia Island. So
Okay. Are they not doing the one up in San Marco?
no.
Okay.
That one's
well,
not
this is
happening
good
this year.
because obviously we have the King Street bridges out.
Yes.
So we got to be strategic and think about how we're going to get downtown. And I think these shuttles, as many people, they're not used to it, but I think we need to do it just to keep it efficient for everybody.
Try it.
Yeah.
also, the big thing when you're downtown for the fireworks is be patient leaving. Everyone shouldn't be leaving all at the same time. Go have an ice cream.
Yeah.
Go have,
Stagger it
walk
out.
around town. Do a little shopping wherever it's open because places will be open late.
Yeah, that's
which
true.
is nice. That way you're not stuck in traffic.
Yeah. It is a beautiful spectacle. I do love that.
It is. It's pretty. Okay. Ripley's Believe It or Not has something fun this year.
We started talking about this, the weirdest block party, right?
The weirdest block party. Also Saturday, July 4th. It's free. It's outdoors. They have all kinds of guests, live music, face painting, giveaways, audience trivia, family contests, performances by Captain and Maybell, all sorts of things. And listen to this. This is the new grand opening of the Ripley's Mirror Maze.
Oh, what's this about?
It's a new maze they're going to have.
Oh.
And I assume it's outdoors because it's part of the block party.
Okay.
Isn't that great?
I think that's kind of fun. And they're celebrating 75 years.
75 years of Ripley's.
That's iconic.
In that amazing building.
I didn't know that Ripley's was actually not just here. It's all over the place.
It's all over.
There's
but
one in Seattle, I believe, too.
Yep, there's one in New York City.
Awesome.
I'm not sure of the other locations, but this was, of course, the first.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, so you can see the event schedule. It starts at 3 and it ends at about 7 p.m.
That's perfect. Okay. That's a nice little balance for people to go and enjoy something great. I
Go
love
have
that.
something fun to do. Okay, the St. Augustine Lighthouse and Maritime Museum has a discount right now, America 250. You can use the code USA15 on the website, get 15% off general admission and Dark of the Moon tours.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Yeah, it's fun.
The lighthouse is fun, and it's something to really, truly experience because
It really is.
it's very special.
It's
yeah.
a special place. Go tour it. If you want to climb the lighthouse, fine. If you don't, you can walk around the grounds, walk in the other buildings, see the exhibits.
I love that.
The Governor's House and Cultural Center has a special exhibit called Florida at War, St. Augustine in the American Revolution.
Oh.
Free every day, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's at 48 King Street. Basically, it's saying, St. Augustine played an important role in the Revolution, but it wasn't on the American side of independence.
Huh.
The British ruled over St. Augustine at the time.
Yes, that's
so
right,
it talks
yeah.
about that.
And now this is that U of F puts that on, I believe.
Yes, the University of Florida manages that property.
Cool.
The Governor's House. So it is really great exhibit curated by UF.
Very nice.
Yes. All right. Villa Zareta.
Oh, we love them.
I gotta go there.
We actually the
You
three
guys
of us
have got to go. I need to go.
We'll
get
all go
some
together,
content.
and
We
I'll
can
bring
go
my mom.
together. Yeah,
Mom,
your
you're
mom
coming.
would love it.
Actually,
She loves you,
It's a
Renee.
really cool space that I really have not explored.
Right.
And I'd love to learn more about it.
And the house was built in 1883. It was before Flagler built his hotels. And he inspired Flagler. So the exhibit right now is called Building America, the Life and Vision of Franklin W. Smith.
Oh.
And he was the gentleman that built the house. It was his residence, his winter residence. And he inspired the way that Henry Flagler had his architects build his buildings.
That's right.
Isn't
yeah.
that awesome?
That is awesome. I think I'd love to know the story behind him to
Right.
be able to understand the rest of how this community came together.
How it is, and that's what the exhibit's about. So,
Wow.
And the exhibit runs through September, so there's plenty of time to see it if you're not, wanting to do it this summer.
Yeah, true story. There's plenty of time to see it. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, Nina. Hi, Nina and Peyton. They took Jess's phone to watch the
very
show. They just commented.
very sweet.
Hi, guys.
All right, another event, the St. Augustine Music Festival, which is going on now. There's another 3 days of it this week at the Cathedral Basilica. Free concerts, 20th anniversary. They are doing a special day at the fort on July 3rd.
Oh, okay.
So they've partnered with the National Park Service and the St. John's Cultural Council to present a special tribute for the 250th.
How exciting.
That's actually cool
Fun.
because it's usually only at the cathedral.
It's usually only at the cathedral.
You
so
know what?
this time,
I really love that there's so much going on. I'm telling you, I am half tempted to go check out the stuff that's happening at Ripley's. I keep going back
Doesn't
to
it
it in
look
my
fun?
mind.
Yeah.
It looks so fun.
Yes, I want to go through the mirror maze.
Yes,
I'm ready
absolutely.
for that.
So talking about real quick on this music festival, is
Yes.
this classical music? Is it jazz? What kind of music could we see in this?
So this is going to be more patriotic
Okay.
music at the fort.
Beautiful.
Free public event. The stirring sounds of fifes, drums, and brass celebrating the spirit of freedom and the rich heritage of the nation's oldest city. Isn't that cool?
That is really
really
cool.
cool.
So at 11:30 a.m. and 2:30 p.m., period, fife and drum musicians will perform throughout the fort. By the way, the fort is free that weekend. July 3rd through 5th, you can get into the Castillo for free.
Is that
Oh.
anybody or just locals?
Anybody.
Oh, I love that.
It's
Free
the Nation-
99.
The National Park Service has all their parks free
Cool.
that weekend.
That's really
Isn't
good.
that
That's
great?
a good tip. Yeah.
Yes. And then at 1, 2, 3, and 4 p.m., a brass quintet will also be playing patriotic music as part of the, St. Augustine Music Festival.
Got it.
Very
Okay.
cool.
Okay. I like that.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
All right, more music.
Good.
Yay.
Oak Fest at
Oh.
Colonial
Oh.
Oak Music Park.
What's the lineup? Do you have that?
I have the lineup. This
Yes.
is 3 days of free concerts at Colonial Oak Music Park, celebrating 11 years of the music park. It's been there
Stop
for 11
it.
years already.
It's so beautiful.
Isn't
That's
that
awesome.
great?
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It is gorgeous. It's got stunning trees and, free concerts. Friday, July 3rd. I don't really know how to pronounce
David
this.
does.
Oh, versatile. Yes.
Versatile.
Yes.
Versatile.
Yep.
7 p.m. Saturday, July 4th, 2 bands, True Phonic at 3 p.m. and the Tennessee Ensemble at 7 p.m. And they will stop for the fireworks.
Oh, very nice.
Very
I was going to
cool.
ask you, is that going to be coinciding? Okay, good.
Mm-hmm. And then Sunday, July 5th, a band called Mully at 3 p.m.
Awesome. You know, I got to tell you, the Oak brings some extraordinary musicians. They do such a great job
I'll
out
tell
there.
you know what I like about the Oak? There is, just like the amphitheater, there is not a bad seat in that house.
No,
That's
it's
true.
beautiful.
It is, even though it's so like intimate feeling, and you can get right up front by the stage,
You
and there's
can.
plenty of room to dance and move around and do the things.
And
And
under the Oak, it's like 10
And the
degrees,
lights.
10 degrees cooler.
It is cooler.
It really,
Yeah.
it's
and
a
they have
magical
the
spot.
pretty lights. I just found out, silly me, that you can rent it out for events and weddings.
Oh, yeah, you
Oh,
can.
yeah. They
I
have a
just
whole-
found this out I was looking on the website.
Okay.
My favorite part is getting a little food, a little snack at St. Augustine Seafood Company, which is
good.
right there. And you can bring it out there and sit at the picnic tables.
I love that.
And
That's a
eat
great
and watch the
idea.
music.
That
Yeah.
gives you
Anytime I
kind-
can eat and watch music,
Yeah, there you go.
Doing
and
it.
it's fresh seafood. Nothing there is frozen. It's
So
it's
good.
really great. Okay. There is a walking tour called the
Okay.
St. Augustine and the Birth of America Historic Walking Tour. It's by St. Augustine City Walks. It's free every Saturday in July at 6 p.m. It leaves at 4 Granada Street, which is Tour St. Augustine. And I have all the details with a phone number. If you can call, you can make your reservation, but it is free. Isn't that great?
That's
I think
awesome.
it's great, and what I'd like about this tour too is that they talk about different things. So, like,
Yes.
if you've done, Old Town Trolley, or if you've done other tours, they're talking about specifically focusing in on the 250th
Yes.
and doing some great historic preservation chats, which is great.
Yeah,
and
I
you
love
know,
it.
You know what? Going back to like the Oak, I just saw a post Cindy put up, and I just shared it. They're hiring at the Pirate Museum,
Oh, good.
so I shared that. So if you guys need a part-time job,
Yeah.
reach out to her. Go on their site.
Even if you have young ones, she said 16
Yeah.
and over is the cutoff. So that is a good point, Mel.
nice.
Yes.
And that's a
Thanks.
great job in
Oh,
there.
great people to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, hang out with Cindy all day.
Oh my
What?
God.
Yes,
what a
much
please.
dream.
Yes,
Oh,
please.
So fun.
Oh, Dame,
Oh, yes.
Dame Cynthia.
Cynthia Jane.
Oh, yes, she is a dame. Okay, the St. Augustine Art Association has an exhibit. It's called Win in the Course of Human Events.
Oh, what's this about?
It is different artists painted what they thought about the Declaration of Independence.
So their interpretation.
It's their interpretation.
Ooh, this could be fun.
Yeah, I
Could be spicy.
I put up some photos on the St. Augustine Attractions
Okay.
social media pages.
Loving
Go
that.
check out the exhibit. It is free. The Art Association is open every Tuesday through Saturday from 12 to 4 p.m. Free admission.
great. That
Yeah.
is awesome.
Free 99. That's my favorite
I'm
number.
telling you guys, the town is really celebrating the 250th, and they're bringing some
Yeah.
free moments here for all of us
Well,
to
and-
celebrate.
Yeah.
What else is really cool about our town is there's something for everyone. There's outside things, inside things, music, food, and
Right.
history. Like you could honestly spend the whole day, walk around, do
Oh,
the thing,
yeah.
plan your weekend around it. There's so much to do.
There's so many different things to do.
Everybody can find something. It's like what is that? What's that? Skittles?
Smorgasbord.
Yeah.
Yes.
Skittles taste the rainbow
Yeah,
or something.
there's something for everyone.
Love
and
it.
speaking of that, the Jimenez Facio House Museum is doing 3 different things
Yay.
for America 250th.
Awesome. Love Julia and the group. This is so fun.
This first one is the Summer Night Market on Friday, July 3rd. This corresponds with the First Friday Art Walk, 5 to 9 p.m. And of course, you know, they're going to have all the artisans there.
Yeah.
In
it's
the
It's a
courtyard.
special one. I mean, we love a night market because it's not blistering hot outside.
That's right.
Yes.
And I love what they curate because they do find local artisans that really don't exhibit very often.
That's right.
And this is really special and something unique to
these,
celebrate.
These artists are not at all the markets, which
Right.
is really nice. Okay, that's on Friday, July 3rd. On Saturday, July 4th, they are offering $2.50 admission for
Awesome.
tours of the historic house,
Cool.
which is a donation sponsorship of the nonprofit.
Oh, I
love
love
it.
that.
Isn't that
Good.
great? And then on July 8th, this is the big one. Declaration of Independence nationwide reading.
Oh,
They are partnering with the local chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution, which is the Maria Jefferson chapter,
awesome.
the Sons of the American Revolution, and the National Society of Colonial Dames.
Oh,
So what's happening is they're asking everyone to gather Wednesday, July 8th in the plaza
okay.
at 5 p.m.
Okay.
There will be a town crier person that's reenacting this.
Okay.
He's going to be in costume, and he's going to basically be saying, we're going to be reading the Declaration of Independence.
That's so
Like, yelling it out.
cool.
Isn't that
is
cool?
really cool idea.
Because
yeah.
guess what? In 1776, there were no microphones. There were no speakers. They had a town crier, and
Right.
he was loud.
That
Wow.
we could be that.
I could definitely be that.
We could do that
Yeah.
I
job.
would like to audition.
We can be
yes.
loud and yell and do the things.
Yes. Cynthia
Yes.
Garris, please remember me when
Yes,
you're
you
famous.
need
Yeah.
us.
And Cynthia may even be at this event.
Oh,
I bet she
definitely.
will.
I've
Definitely.
heard there's some community leaders
I
that are
bet she's gonna be.
participating.
Oh, fun.
And
So-
you know, when Cynthia talks, I've got to hear her publicly speak. You guys, when she talks, she's not talking as like a politician. She's talking as her true
From
self.
her
That's
heart.
true.
Yeah.
And she doesn't. She puts her faith in it, and she does not care. She's gonna
She's
say
a
how she
beautiful
feels
human
from
being.
here.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's exciting.
Isn't that exciting? So everyone gathers in the plaza. Then they're going to stroll down Avila Street
Mm-hmm.
to the Jimenez Facio house. And that's where the ceremony will begin. And different people in the community are going to be reading different sections of the Declaration.
I
of
love,
love
this.
this.
This is a very cool idea. Very, very cool.
Isn't that fun?
I knew something fresh. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, the Schooner Freedom.
I was
The
going to
boat.
say, let's get on the boat now. Yeah.
Let's get on the boat. It celebrates 25 years of this family-run
Oh,
business.
wow.
It is St. Augustine's only tall ship.
Yep.
Did a little research on it. It is 76 feet long. It's built in Norfolk, Virginia. Brought to St. Augustine 25 years ago.
Wow.
Sounds like me. 76 feet long. Come from the
25
north.
years
Yeah,
old.
perfect.
Yeah, definitely
Yes.
is you for
Still
sure.
giving tours.
Yeah. see? Still holding on strong.
And it has 2,400 square feet of sail.
Oh wow.
So
Oh.
when you go on the boat, they lift the sails, and it's like you're on this really cool historic tall ship. Isn't that great?
I think that's
awesome.
really cool. I have not been on this.
I haven't
on this
done
one
it
yet.
either.
It's a good one.
It would be really special to do something
It
like
really
this. Yeah,
is.
I love that.
They start out serving a glass of champagne to everyone.
That's the way to
it's
do
a
it.
special moment.
That sounds like my kind of boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's less tour and more experience.
Okay.
And I love that.
Me too.
I like that even more now.
So they do have sailings pretty much every day of the week.
Are they
and
doing anything on July 4th?
They are.
Okay.
The event may already be sold out. I did look at other boat tours and they're getting close to selling out
I'm
because
sure, yeah.
it's July 4th.
There's nothing better than watching the fireworks on a boat. Really, truly, that's so special.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really special.
Yeah.
But the daytime sales are stunning as well.
That's cool. Yeah. Super fun.
Schoonerfreedom.com. Oh, this is a fun one. Leitner Museum pool party.
Oh, what's going on there? Big shout out to Leitner Museum. Love them.
They have all sorts of exhibits, and they have this event. It's, of course, a summer market. It is so carefully curated that they have amazing vendors that you also don't see everywhere. 5:30 to 8 p.m., Friday, July 3rd. Family activities, games, giveaways, poolside jams with Tone Vendor.
Loving that.
yay.
Shout out to Dan and
Yes.
Hannah. We love them so much.
Photo booth. They have a special guest, the St. Johns County Library. That's going to be fun.
So
and
I'm hearing two markets. I'm hearing Jimenez Face Show July 3rd,
Yes.
and I'm hearing Leitner. This
Yes.
is a great way to
It's-
celebrate both entities and
It
see some
is.
extraordinary vendors.
you can, and here's the thing, it's on First Friday Art Walk, so you could start out at Leitner.
Cool.
Wander through art galleries, make it down to Jimenez, or start at Jimenez, wander down Avila Street, stop in at different galleries, have a little sip of wine,
Yep.
look at
Yeah.
some artwork, and then head over to Leitner and end your night. There are
That's
different
awesome.
ways to do it.
I think
That's
that's
a great
really
way.
fun because two markets and the beautiful artwork, that's a great date night. People are always looking for things to do on date night, so this is a
Always.
great idea. Yeah.
Someone you had on your show recently will also be in the Leitner Museum store. The author, Lisa Haas, with Rise and Shine.
Oh,
that's
she
exciting.
was great.
She is coming up. I'm
Fantastic.
excited to see her
Yeah.
on Sunny TV. That's awesome. Cool. Very, very cool.
They also have two exhibits. One is called America 250 Plein Air Paintings from America's First Coast. It's on view through July 14th. Basically, it's the legacy of painting outdoors in St. Augustine.
True. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Henry Flagler brought the artists here so that they could paint and show everybody what Florida and St. Augustine looked like.
That's great.
And this is artists of today doing the same thing.
That's awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
And then there's another exhibit called Alex Devereaux, the American Traveler. This one's on view through August 16th. It looks really cool. It's basically him traveling throughout the United States and along Route 66 and his photography.
Oh, that's got to be beautiful.
I'm going to go see this
and
one.
kind of almost like eerie at the same time. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because Route 66, that's a whole scene.
Yeah. And then St. Augustine Scenic Cruise, another boat
Yes.
tour. This started in the early 1900s. Family owned. Uzina, Captain Frank Uzina,
That's
and
right.
his wife Catherine. And they're still doing boat tours.
I love
Wow,
this.
that's good because the scenic cruise is another. It's very different than the other ones. So
It is.
they're
And
in their own niche.
It's a spacious boat. And it's double decker, so if you want to,
Wait, which
stay out
is-
of the sun, you can go downstairs.
Which is the boat tour that's doing the reggae?
Okay, Florida Water Tours.
I couldn't remember. They're doing reggae.
They have a reggae tour, but they also have that yacht rock tour.
I want to do the yacht rock. Add that to our list, friends.
And the yacht rock, they actually extended it. There's one every month through October.
Oh wow!
October would be perfect because it's not
Yes.
hot.
I know. Isn't that nice?
It's
Yes.
a great concept and a great idea. Definitely
really
love them,
is.
and I love their educational tours. I
Yacht
said
rock
that
is the
last
gift
week.
that
yeah.
keeps on giving. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
It is. It is. Yeah, so plenty of things to do. Go check out my huge list on my website.
I love it. Totally
Thanks,
St.
Renee.
Augustine. I got one last question for you, Renee.
Yes.
What makes St. Augustine so extraordinary on this 250th more than any other city in America?
Well, it's the oldest city.
Yeah.
We're celebrating 461 years this year as America celebrates 250. So we kind of have both things going on.
Yeah. Very, very special.
Yes.
Renee is the best. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Renee.
guys.
Totally St. Augustine for everybody. Guys, we're going to take a quick break with Maritime Creative and Flashes and Brilliance. Maritime Vibe magic.
Fresh version.
When the lights come on and the magic begins,
There's a crew behind the scenes that always wins.
Maritime creative, they set the stage.
From sound to lights to video waves.
Big show, small space, doesn't matter a bit.
They show up, they glow up, they make it all lit.
No panic, no chaos, just smooth, clean flow.
They take a wild idea and make it glow.
Need a vibe, they build it.
Have a dream, they get it.
From spark to spotlight, they never forget it.
I trust them, I love them, they come on through.
Maritime creative, that's the real stuff, boo.
So if you want your moment to rise and shine,
call the crew that always gets it right every time. It's Maritime. Got gold? Got silver? Got a drawer full of what even is this? Then it's time to cash in with Flashes and Brilliance, Northeast Florida's most trusted gold buyers. They're not just buying gold, they're buying silver, rare coins, fine watches, estate jewelry, and all the sparkle you forgot you had. Don't just sit on your treasure. Turn it into cash today. Call John and Steph, the pros who make it easy. 904-540-7617. It's fast, it's friendly, it's Flashes and Brilliance, because your buried treasure belongs in your bank account. All right. Hey, guys, we got Bent Yoga has a second annual beach cleanup and yoga. The morning after 4th of July, when most of us are still horizontal and questioning our life choices, true story, Bent Yoga is going to be on the beach at 7:30 in the morning doing the downward dog and picking up after all of us. This is their second annual beach cleanup and yoga event, and it's genuinely one of the most beautiful ideas in this community. You don't start with all the levels of beach yoga class right here in St. Augustine Beach. The sun coming up, the waves behind you. What more do you want for an inspirational backdrop? No experience is needed. All ages are welcome, and $3 from every single registration goes directly to ocean conservation.
Love it.
This is post 4th of July. Reset your body and your soul is what you need. Mel, give me some details.
All right, so Bent Yoga's second annual beach cleanup and yoga party. It's happening at the St. Augustine Beach Pier on Sunday, July 5th from 7:30 a.m. Registration is $15. All levels welcome. No experience needed. Maybe you could just put your mat down and lay down and take a nap. That's probably what I would do. And all ages are welcome. You can register at yoga.com/store.
Perfect.
Do it. What's up next?
All right, tonight, just a big reminder, at 5:30, we will be at Hillary Chicago Pizza for our Sunny TV book club. We
What's
read
the book?
It's called Theo of Golden, and it's going to be an interesting chat tonight with this book. And if you read the book, you get a free personal pizza, a flat, thin crust pizza with one topping. We always have a great time. It's about
I didn't read the book.
8 to 10 of us. I don't think you'd like this one.
I don't
I don't
know.
think that you would get into it. But we are going to get into it. I know that Barbara Jean and Aaron will be there, especially Ashim and I will be there too. It's always a fun night. We always show up and show out. But tonight, 5:30, 1 hour. I got to be out there by 6:31. I got to go.
6:31.
I know. I got to push.
But if you didn't read the book, meet me in the parking lot for frozen Red Baron pizza.
Yeah, and you like a Red Baron pizza.
I'm going to tell you, I have this weird addiction to frozen pizza.
You like a Red Baron pizza.
Because it gets all crispy.
NGL. That's not too bad.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not ashamed. I'll say it.
When
It's
the
better than
schmeckin'-
some other people's addictions.
That's true. Speaking of addiction, a lot of us are addicted to the internet. Well, they got a cut cable and 1,000 dark screens, an accidental return of Trivial Pursuit in World Golf Village. Somewhere in St. Johns County last week, a construction crew hit a fiber optic cable, and over 1,000 households in the Cascades, a 55-plus community, Mom, check this one out, in World Golf Village went completely dark. No internet, no television, no online banking, no telehealth appointments, no
Oh my God, you
answers
gotta
from
read a book.
AT&T. For nearly a full week, residents, one of our own local neighborhoods, were completely cut off from every digital lifeline they depend on. And the best official guidance from AT&T could offer after 7 days of silence was to reboot the router. The router that requires
Electricity.
internet, right? The internet they did not have. One woman dusted off a Trivial Pursuit box that she had not seen in years.
Yes.
Couples were forced to have actual conversations.
Oh, no.
Some of those conversations were apparently long overdue. Residents obviously turned to media outlets because there was no place else to go, which tells you everything you need to know about how AT&T didn't reach out and tell somebody.
Go play outside. Oh my God. So in 2023, an AARP study found that 79% of adults over 50 use the internet for health-related purposes, including telehealth, prescription management, and medical research.
Yeah.
Telehealth appointments alone account for nearly 22% of all outpatient visits for seniors, making
People were
internet
pissed.
access a genuine health infrastructure. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing
Angry.
because it's so funny how like when life has so many like inconveniences, and when
Yeah.
you're like already on a cadence of doing the things that you do, and then all of a sudden it throws you this wild card. Yeah, it sends you on a
Aggressive.
loop, right? But I actually liked how people were starting to communicate and rally together.
This is what the marquee looks like.
Oh yeah, there it is, the Cascades. Yeah, there it is, Mom.
And the water's cascading, get
Yeah,
it?
Susan, let's look at this one. Could be a nice. It seems like people are very nice here. They play
Susan.
the Trivial Pursuits.
And you could bring your dog.
Yes, you can bring your dog.
What's Susan doing for 4th of July? Did you ask her?
Susan is
Do it in her
going
voice.
to do the 4th. Oh, okay. She'll be pissed at me for telling you guys this, but I did get a phone call from Susan last
Okay.
night, and she was stressed
Oh, why?
because
The solar lights again?
Because, David, a squirrel, I was hearing like a little scratching noise in my air vents, and I was like, what the hell, what the hell? And I went downstairs, and I opened up, there's a little iron black door. I'm like, Mom, what I
Was
lived
she-
in this house for literally a year, so I have no idea. And so she opened the door, and she saw the butt of an animal. She's like, oh, shit. And so she shut the door. Then she went over. I was nearly in tears with my neighbor, and he was telling me, oh, God, Susan, it's probably just a squirrel. So he came over
Oh,
with
my
his
God, I'm dying.
hazmat suit on, and he had the big gloves, and he put the goggles on, and he opened up the door, but the damn animals got scurried up. I hope he went out, David, damn it. I don't know what to do. I got the man coming out for the HVAC. I wish I had Steve Chapman's All-American Air. They could solve this real quick. They would turn the heater on and
Oh, my God.
fry him out. Oh, my God, Mom.
That was the ordeal, huh?
It was a whole
Susan,
ordeal.
traumatized.
The squirrel. So I'll let you know what's going on with Squirrel
Yes.
Gate. We have the
Please
HVAC
do.
guy coming out. Unfortunately, it is not All-American Air. She should have had one of those maintenance plans. Wouldn't have happened. They would have had a thing because I guess there's some cover on the chimney that blew off during the storm.
Yeah, it's like a screen thing.
Yeah, and it blew off during the storm, but if she had one of those maintenance plans, they would have caught that and they would have fixed it. Guys, I got a story. We got to bust a move here.
Dun,
All
dun,
right.
dun.
2 jailmates. Ooh, hi. 2 jailmates, one
ew.
escape plan, and the world's worst business partnership. All right. These 2 idiots, one, Joseph, age 20, and the other one, another Joseph, age 38. Whoa, 2 guys.
Joseph Squared.
Joe and Joe were cellmates in St. Johns County Jail who apparently decided that rather doing their time would do some light renovation work instead. Over what investigators believe has a significant stretch of time, the 2 men broke out a cell window,
Oh.
detached a toilet from the wall, and collected 6 metal objects, all while camouflaging their progress. Yeah, take a look at this picture. Where is it? Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay, if you look around, it's like they used
The toothpaste
and
to...
toilet paper to make it look like it was caulk.
You know what? I'm going to give them credit.
I mean, they really thought the plan was to create an exit
And
where the
crawl through
toilet
the-
and the sink
Yes.
used to be, and have an accomplice on the outside deliver supplies, including a saw blade via drone. It was, by any measure, an ambitious operation. It was so completely undone by the 2 men themselves when Joe number 1 learned that Joe number 2 was actually in jail for. He attacked him with a homemade weapon, stole his canteen items, and told him to stay in his bunk. Joe number 2 alerted staff. The renovation was discovered. The drone never came. And then obviously Sheriff Rob Hardwick said everyone will be
Absolutely
held accountable.
not.
Sonny's, this was a hot mess.
Listen, it's not Shawshank Redemption, buddy.
Yeah, they got
All
in a
right?
fight and then they broke
Yeah.
up. Oh.
So, according to Bureau of Justice statistics, fewer than 2,000 prison escape attempts recorded in the U.S. correctional facilities annually. Making a successful escape is extremely rare, but attempted escapes using improvised tools are on the rise.
This blows my mind.
This blew my mind. The use of drones to deliver contraband to prisons and jails has increased by over 400%.
Whoa.
Since 2019.
I didn't know that.
According to 2024 reports, the Prison Policy Initiative, they have drones drop in saw blades, phones, drugs, and the most common deliveries.
That's crazy. So toothpaste, soap, and paper-based compounds have been documented in correctional security literature as some of
Guys.
the most commonly used makeshift concealment materials, specifically because they were readily available on every cell.
He said, I know how to get us out.
That's crazy.
Toothpaste and toilet paper,
They
buddy.
were not dumb, though, I'm going to say.
You know what? I give them some creativeness, but if you've ever driven past the St. Johns County Jail, you see those doors.
Yeah.
Open. Okay, I still don't really know what those are for.
Those are maintenance doors.
Maintenance doors.
So that's how they clean the cells
Yep.
on the inside. They open it. So Sonnies that are not here in town, let me just try to explain to what Mel's talking about. If you can imagine a round
Octagon.
circular building with these like doors on the outside, it almost looks like the prisoners.
Narnia.
Yeah, like they could just fall out, and that's how they pass away. No. These are maintenance doors. That's how they get in there and they clean. Blah blah blah. So.
Oh.
All right, let's
The
go
more
over.
you know.
Speaking of green, let's go over to the green change, which is Old Town Trolley and the St. Augustine Attractions
At
Association.
least they weren't in the old jail.
Yeah, that's
ding,
true.
Ding.
Sit back and relax and take it easy, baby, and let it go as Old Town Trolley's licensed and talented tour conductors share over 500 years of St. Augustine history. Guests will enjoy the city's European flavor, brick-lined streets, and sites such as the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Henry Flagler's former Ponce de Leon Hotel. This 90-minute tour features 22 stops and covers more than 100 points of interest. Guests can use their ticket all day for on and off reboarding. You got to check out hometownpass.com. St. Augustine isn't just a destination, it's an experience. From historic streets to the unforgettable adventures, the city is full of moments waiting to happen. But here's the move. Don't just guess your way through it. Go where the Sonnies find the most trusted attractions. The St. Augustine Attractions Association. Dozens of the best experiences all in one place. From history to hidden gems and everything in between. Plan smarter, explore deeper, experience more. Go to staugustineflattractions.com because here you don't just visit St. Augustine, you live it.
My friend who has that. They didn't read part of it and
All right, we're going to get into what about Bob? We have to do this
we're
article.
doing Bob.
We keep bumping Bob
We've been
off.
trying to do Bob since Monday.
All right, so Elevator Bob, stage 4 cancer patient, spends his week helping strangers face their worst day. Listen to this. Bob Lane wasn't even being checked for prostate cancer back in 2014. He was 59, dealing with diverticulitis. Thank you. And his doctor ordered a routine PSA test almost as an afterthought. The number came back super high, then climbed fast on following up testing, and within weeks, Bob was sitting across from a doctor hearing the words stage 4 prostate cancer. He had surgery that July to remove his prostate, and for almost 3 years, his blood work stayed clean. Then in 2017, the cancer crept back, just at a trace first, and then it stayed quiet until January 2021, when it suddenly turned aggressive. By April, doctors found that his C1 vertebrae wedged directly between his brain and at the top of his spinal cord, a spot too dangerous to operate on. They spent weeks building a plan and then hit it with an intensive radiation, and it worked, cleaning the tumor without touching his spine or brain. Here's the part of Bob's story that really gets you, though. 2 years ago, a nurse named Tracy asked if he'd be willing to sit outside the clinic and talk with men who had just been handed the same diagnosis he once had. She asked, and then he asked 15 seconds later, and Bob says that's when he realized it wasn't really a question anymore. He started parking himself by the elevator a couple days a week. No appointment, no pressure, just there if someone wanted to talk. Word got around, patients started calling him Elevator Bob, and in 3 years, he sat with more than 500 men and families on what is often the worst day of their lives. In his own words, quote, "I'm just someone who has been living with this for 13 years. He's still on daily medication and his cancer is stable, and he's got a big trip to Portugal coming up. He has no plans to give up his spot by the elevator anytime soon." What's some details here?
Oh, God. So here we go. A 2024 clinical trial found that one-on-one support from peers with conversations about cancer survivors measurably reduced anxiety and distress scores in newly diagnosed patients, even after one session. Research published at the National Cancer Institute Journal found that 83% of cancer patients said they wanted peer support, but most hospitals do not have a formal program in place to provide it. So, prostate cancer affects 1 in 8 men in their lifetime and is
Yeah.
the most common non-skin cancer in American men. Yet in 2023, a survey found that men were significantly less likely than women to seek emotional support for a cancer diagnosis.
Obviously, yeah, that's how they are.
The 5-year survival rate for localized prostate cancer is over 99%, but for cancer that has spread to other parts of the body like Bob's, that number drops to around 38%, making early screenings genuinely life-saving.
Yeah, meaning Bob, this isn't helping just 500 strangers.
No.
The elevator is helping him too. A couple things.
I love it.
To sit with, Sonny's. Has a stranger story or a chance conversation ever given you hope on a hard day? I'm hoping
Yeah.
that our shows do this for a lot of people out there.
Sonny's in comments. I want you to put in there what conversation you had and who was the person that helped you get through that situation.
All right, let's pivot over to DJ Snack Pack
First
playlist.
up, how will I know if he really loves me?
I would say a prayer with every heartbeat. I fall in love whenever we meet. I'm asking you because you know about these things. How will I know?
Whitney Houston herself.
God, I love her.
This song was never meant to be Whitney's, guys. It was specifically written for Janet Jackson's Control album
Oh, I
by
didn't know that.
husband and wife songwriting duo George Merrill and Shannon Rubicam.
Wow, that's an interesting fact.
Yes. The song found its way to a producer who was searching for material for a brand new, completely unknown artist named Whitney Houston.
My goodness.
And when he heard the finished track, he gave it a 10 out of 10, something people who worked with him said he essentially never does.
You mean Clive Davis when he
Yeah.
heard it? Yeah, that's a big deal.
Whitney recorded the entire vocal album in one take, and her mother, Sissy Houston, was originally brought in to sing the background vocals. But producers pushed Whitney to sing them herself, and she was reluctant because she wanted to watch her mom perform.
Yeah.
The music video helped Whitney break the color barrier on MTV at a time when black women rarely received heavy rotation. It became #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and won Best Female Video at the MTV VMAs in 1986.
Wow, I love that story.
And you know what else I love?
Word up! Everybody say, when you hear their call, you got to
get it
underway. Word up!
Larry Blockman grew up in Harlem right around the corner from the Apollo Theater, and as a kid, he saw essentially every major black performer in his area, from Otis Redding to Marvin Gaye. The lyrics were built around a character named Vicious, someone who was fed up with DJs, who cared more about their own image and keeping the dance floor alive.
So it was like a tongue-in-cheek kind of song.
Yeah,
I get
absolutely.
it. The code word. Yeah.
Larry Blockman, who also invented the high top fade, which Kid and Play made famous in their Hall of Fame 1988 era. Thank you for
Black
that.
Mom War in the video was designed by Jean-Paul Gaultier, and they did not see it until the morning they were filming and opened the box. This is a very cool story about
That is a cool story.
Cameo.
All right.
Sitting up in my room, thinking about you. I must confess, I'm a mess for you.
Brandy
Be
and
sitting
Monica.
up in my room.
Thinking about you.
I love
can't
this
get too high.
song.
Who in the Brandy Monica War? Which one were you a fan of? I'm 50-50.
I really am 50-50. I love both of them, and I love that they're on tour now together. In fact, last night, speaking of like nostalgia, I ran into a reel of TLC and Salt and Peppa and En Vogue, but they did a mashup of all of their songs together. Like literally, it was 13 minutes. That was my Super Bowl halftime show. Like they would have had to carry me out on a stretcher.
Yes.
It was so good. I think
En
I sent it
Vogue.
to you. Check your DMs.
I'm gonna have to. Yes. So, FYI, the song came from one of the greatest soundtracks ever, ensemble, Waiting to Exhale.
Waiting to Exhale.
It also featured Whitney Houston, Toni Braxton, TLC, Aretha Franklin, Patti LaBelle, Shaka Khan, and Miss Mary J. Blige. Babyface wrote the song after listening to Leah record for inspiration. Then Brandy came over to his house to record it, and he later said he was amazed at how quickly she laid it down.
Yeah, I love that. I love those facts. But I got some facts with Sunshine
Oh,
Shenanigans.
geez. Tell
The
me.
title of this story is The Cheeks of Revenge. All right, Sunshine Shenanigans comes from us from the swampy, emotional wetlands of Houston, Texas, where one woman allegedly discovered her husband was cheating and decided that heartbreak much-needed adhesive. According to the
God.
viral story making its rounds online, 43-year-old Sheila Osmond had reportedly grown suspicious of her husband's late-night texts, mysterious bathroom phone calls, and sudden interest in working late, which, as we know, is the national anthem of men who think that they are smarter than their Ring camera. Now, allegedly, Sheila did not want many people did what many people do when they suspect cheating. She investigated, right? She looked at the text, the behavior, and connected the dots, and then, somewhere between betrayal and bedtime, Sheila apparently exited the highway of reasonable choices and took the service road straight to, "Ma'am, please hand over the craft supplies." Because according to the story,
Oh, God.
after her husband fell asleep, Sheila allegedly slipped him a laxative and then used Gorilla Glue to seal his butt cheeks together. Yep, you heard that correctly.
Let's see where's this beauty?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, look at her.
She didn't use Elmer's glue. She used Gorilla Glue,
Look
honey.
at her. She looked too good. She looked too mad.
That's the kind of adhesive that looks at a broken patio chair and says, "I can rebuild him."
She
oh
mad.
my God.
Girl.
Authorities were allegedly called after the husband woke up in what can only be described as a full body emergency, realizing that nature was calling, screaming, banging on the door, and being denied entry by industrial grade home repair product.
Oh my God.
Neighbors reportedly became concerned after yelling, panic, and what one witness has described as a man negotiating with God from inside a bathroom. Paramedics arrived, and the situation quickly escalated from domestic dispute to emergency room arts and crafts disaster. When questioned, Sheila allegedly told police she just wanted him to sit with what he's already done.
What, eat a lot of beans?
Can you imagine? Which is the powerful sentence, in my opinion.
Oh my God.
A terrible legal defense, but a powerful sentence. Now, before anyone starts taking notes in the relationship revenge section of their brain, let's be very clear. This is not a conflict resolution strategy. This is not couples therapy. This is not a boundary. This is a felony with a nozzle, unfortunately.
Can we see her again?
There are healthy ways to handle betrayal. You can leave, call a lawyer, change the locks. You can throw out his belongings into trash bags and let the raccoons sort it out custody. But you cannot turn your husband into a sealed Tupperware container. The internet naturally lost its mind over this story. Some people are horrified, some people are laughing, and some people are Googling whether Gorilla Glue has a customer service hotline for romantic emergencies.
Guys!
Oh,
Oh.
what a mess!
Let's watch some movies, shall we?
All right, let's get
First
there.
up, I love this movie. Girl Interrupted.
One of my all-time favorite
The
movies.
movie would not exist without Winona Ryder, who read Susanna Kaysen's memoir personally, and she bought the rights to it.
I'll tell you, the movie, this is one of the very rare times the movie is better than the book.
Yes, I actually did read that book. And then spent 7 years fighting to get the film made. 3 different scripts were written and thrown out before they landed on one that worked. By the time the movie finally filmed, Winona was 28 years old, playing an 18-year-old character, the exact same age she would have been when she first bought the rights.
Jeez,
Think about that.
guys, golly.
Angelina Jolie refused to speak or interact with Winona Ryder the entire production because she believed that if she saw anything human in Ryder, she would not be able to play Lisa as a true sociopath.
That's actually true. Lisa
That is
was
true.
a fierce character in this movie.
Elizabeth Moss was completely unrecognizable in this film because she plays a burn victim under heavy prosthetics.
Yeah.
The casting choices alone were staggering. Reese Witherspoon, Christina Ricci, Katie Holmes, Kate Hudson, Rose McGowan, and Sarah Polley all auditioned for unspecific roles. Courtney Love was considered for Lisa, and Alanis Morissette was in talks for another role.
Wow, interesting.
The director's original cut was 3 hours long and has never been publicly shown.
That's one thing that we never really truly know the facts about, like, who's auditioning, and, like, you kind of get into that.
But this was cool. The film was actually shot in an actual functioning psychiatric hospital, Harrisburg State Hospital in Pennsylvania, which did not close until 2006.
Interesting facts. Girl
Yes.
Interrupted, I recommend that movie
If you
so
haven't
much.
seen it, or if you need to rewatch it, but maybe not with kids.
All right, Sonnies, before you go, just stay with us for one more breath. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said that you don't have to see the whole staircase, you just have to take the first step. And we think about that a lot on the show because most of the people we talk about, the ones who move us, the ones who change us, and the ones that, start with a plan, they started with a decision. A decision to show up, a decision to try, a decision to believe that what they did with their one ordinary day might matter. You have that same decision waiting for you you right now. Not next week, not when things calm down or when you feel ready, because honestly, nobody ever truly feels ready. Right now, today, this is your day. Whatever door is in front of you, whatever conversation you've been putting off, whatever dream you've been talking yourself out of, whatever person in your life that could use a phone call or a kind word or just someone sitting in the next room in the quiet ease, that's your staircase. And you don't have to see where it goes. You have to put your faith over your fear.
Yes.
We believe in you out there, Sonnies. We genuinely do. Go make something good happen today, guys.
You know, David said something the other day in a text message in our group text. And he said, you know, not every door that opens for you is meant to be walked through.
That is absolutely the truth. That's why you got to choose your path wisely and always follow the light
And it
of the
leads you
sun.
to Sunny TV.
That's right.
Oh, my God.
We're going to be rolling back at 3 o'clock for
Yes.
the show that's on in the afternoon. All the cool kids, all the Sunnies know it as
Afternoon Delight.
That's right, baby.
Cha-cha-cha.
Hit that share button.
Do
We love you
it.
guys so much. And make those plans
Bye,
for
guys.
the 250th. Bye, guys.